In the majestic Andes of Peru, there are roads hanging between heaven and earth, where the slightest mistake can end a life. There, people are not just driving, they are fighting fate. Let's subscribe to the channel to discover more deadly roads around the world. In the rugged Andes of Peru, roads hang between heaven and earth. On one side is a steep cliff, on the other side is a deep void. Every turn can be the difference between life and death. There, people are forced to learn to be patient, steadfast, and accept danger as an inevitable part of life. It is a land where miners still dig deep into the mountains every day, facing explosive smoke, toxic dust, and the risk of tunnel collapse at any time. They just hope to find enough gold to support their families, even though they know the price to pay is sometimes their lives. Offshore, guano harvesters work in harsh conditions, foul smells, lack of fresh water, and scorching sun.
Almost there.
They continued because there was no other choice. Peru is a land of resilient people. Besides, Peru also owns some of the most dangerous roads in the world, where just a blink of an eye can decide fate. If given the choice, would you dare drive on one of these roads? Share your thoughts. Carretera 3N is like a thread clinging to the cliff. One side mountain, one side abyss, rain is landslide. Danger lurks. But the Peruvian people still go because it is the path of survival. And right there, amidst the cold wind and mountain dust, the will of the Peruvian people still burns brightly like a flame that never goes out. Squeezed between the clouds and rocks of the Cajamarca Range, Highway 8B is like a steel tendon stretched across a cliff. The road is narrow, without railings, with a mountain on one side and a deep abyss on the other. When it rained, fog covered the way. Visibility was only a few meters. Every turn is a face-to-face with life and death, where just one wrong turn of the wheel can lead to nothingness. Looking down from afar, Pasamayo Serpent looks like a thin gray ribbon hugging the mountainside and pouring straight out to the sea. But the closer you get, the more that beauty turns to fear. The thick fog obscured everything, leaving only the sound of waves and the cold wind blowing in my face. The wheels slipped slightly, and the driver's heart slipped too. No railings, no way back. Below is the deep sea, above is the cliff. One moment of losing control, it's over. Not for the faint of heart, but for those who dare to challenge the fragile line between beauty and death. The road leading into Cotahuasi Canyon is like a passage down to the heart of the earth. The road is narrow and winding, with many sections barely wide enough for one wheel to grip the edge of the rocks.
Curvas y curvas para luego meternos por allá.
Below is an abyss more than 3,000 meters deep. One of the deepest canyons in the world. Landslides, falling rocks, dust covering the sky, but people still persevere to overcome each day. Cotahuasi is not just a road, but a testament to the human will to live amidst Peru's harsh nature. Peru, where resilient people live among high mountains, deep ravines, and the most dangerous roads in the world. There, every trip is a battle with nature. Please click like, subscribe to the channel, and join us in discovering more of those amazing adventures. Next, we come to the place where the wind howls. The snow builds up into a white wall that swallows the road. In a moment, everything disappears, leaving only the sound of cold collision. Route 132, where every winter is a fight between life and death. Do you dare to drive in this white storm? Leave a comment below. From Montreal to the Gaspé Peninsula, this road runs along the St. Lawrence River. One side is cold water, the other side is ice forest. When the temperature drops to -30 degrees Celsius, the ice and sugar combine to form a slippery black mirror. People call it black ice. Between December and April, thousands of crashes claim the lives of more than 1,800 Canadians each year, most of them right here. And Route 132 is known by another name, the Way of the Crosses. In the Amqui area, sirens blared through the thick snow. Route 132 is engulfed in white storm. Zero visibility, 30 degrees Celsius temperature. On the ice, out-of-control cars crashed into each other like lifeless blocks of iron. The road becomes a battlefield where every meter forward could be the last. Amidst the howling wind and cold smoke, only the red light remained dim in the endless storm. At the front of the line, Montreal glows in millions of car lights. But just a thin layer of black ice is enough to turn a highway into a death trap. The cold surface reflected like a mirror. No sign, no warning.
And so yeah, I would say face.
From a bustling metropolis, Route 132 turns into a dead-end skating rink. Leaving Montreal, the road follows the St. Lawrence River to Rimouski. The river wind was cold, covering the road with ice. The small cracks froze, waiting for the moment the wheels lost their way. The mortality rate is 7 times higher than in urban areas. Here, Route 132 is no longer a transportation route. but an icy corridor of danger. In the middle of a winter night on Route 132, alcohol still lingering on the steering wheel, snow lurking like a predator, just a second of lost control, steel hitting steel, and life extinguished in white ice. Leaving Canada's icy Route 132, check out the most chaotic moments on deadly icy roads, all caught on camera. If you dare comment, "I am ready." Two trucks slid off eastbound I-90 Tuesday morning between I-190 and I-400. The terrifying moment was captured by photographer Chris Broadbent. The railway tracks are covered with snow. The train wheels grinded on the ice, making a cold sound. Every meter of road is a challenge. With just a slight slide, the train could disappear into the white snow. Snow in Baku, suffocatingly white, swallowed the streets and buried cars in icy silence. February 2010, in Alexandria, even the snowplow was stuck in the middle of a vast white sea, helpless before the fury of winter. After the blizzard, Canada was covered in a thick white blanket.
Tay xuống nè. Gọn bằng tay.
The people here had no choice but to dig their way out of the sea of snow.
Oh. Seriously, everybody? Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Totally.
They still drive as if this is the most normal thing in the world.
Yes, keep going. That's how you turn left right there. That's how you turn left.
Oh no! That car is stuck. Skid steer snowblowers are built to conquer any icy conditions. Flexible coordination with loaders, tractors, or other multi-purpose equipment. What a horrible sight! Cars skidding one after another on the icy highway. The car skidded and spun in the middle of the slippery ice road. Look, the wheelchair was spinning like a pinwheel on the icy road, a heart-wrenching sight. Two people struggled to push the cart stuck in the thick snow, their breath mixed with the cold wind cutting through their skin. In the middle of the white-covered highway, the woman lost control of the car, and it raced aimlessly through the sea of snow. Danger is just seconds away as the car skids down the white highway, where any mistake can cost lives. They crawled on the slippery ice as if they were playing in their own winter playground. The Hummer H2 was buried in thick ice but still roared, trying to roll forward like an iron beast, challenging the power of winter.
Oh, what the fuck is he doing?
Work truck collides with curb on icy road. The icy garage slope turned into a slide. The car went down out of control. These cars rushed down the icy slope, out of control as if pulled by an invisible force that made everyone shiver. Look at the trucks plowing through the icy Minnesota snow. The truck struggled on the icy slope, skidding and clinging. He calmly advanced, backing up little by little, passing where others had accelerated in desperation. On a slippery slope in Vladivostok, cars lost control and rolled over each other in a chaotic mess. On Yamal, the Nenets lead their reindeer through the long night, an ancient rhythm of life that remains as strong as a tendon. Siberia is mind-bogglingly large, from the Urals to the Pacific Ocean, over 13 million kilometers squared. But it's not all white ice and taiga. Hidden under the cold layer are hot stories. Yakutsk is cold down to -50, -60 degrees Celsius. The sun hung low, frost covered everything. The city seemed to disappear in white smoke. Then Oymyakon, the coldest place on Earth. Negative 71 degrees Celsius has been recorded. So cold that even words want to freeze. Yet people still live, still cling to the earth, to the fire, to memories.
That right there is the mirror mine. It is the second biggest hole on the planet.
In Mirny, a giant diamond mine gapes like a wound in the earth. In Magadan, the gateway to the Gulag, the Mask of Sorrow statue stands still in the wind. Memories that cannot be buried. And on Kolyma, road of bones, each shovelful of prisoners fell like a last wish. Siberia is also breathtakingly beautiful. Lena pillars reaching for the sky, 500 million year milestone.